Two-time heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis was one of the best right-handers in the history of the heavyweight division. He defeated names like Evander Holyfield and famously knocked out Mike Tyson in round 8 of their fight in 2002. He ended his career with 41 wins, of which 32 were knockouts. He distinguished himself by defeating opponents from a distance and boxing behind his jab. So let's check out some of Lennox Lewis's most devastating knockouts.
Going to get his jab more powerful.
Oh! Wonderful shot by Lennox Lewis!
Lewis defeated Fortune in round 4 of a 10-round battle in July 1995, when 3 uppercuts landed in quick sequence, colliding with Fortune's face in a devastating flurry that left him wobbling across the ring.
Resistance, and there's a lot of it. Fortune is caught here and in terrible trouble, and it's stopped. It stopped. Be improving and gaining in confidence as well. I think now he really has got the McCall defeat out of his system.
Good luck to the both of you.
In his fight with Michael Grant, Lewis went up against a boxer who was undefeated and had been a candidate for Fight of the Year in 1999 against Andrew Golota. Lewis, however, wasted no time and put down the boxer several times in the fight.
Lewis has still got to beat.
The end came in the second round when Lewis unleashed a cruel uppercut.
And for the moment, Lewis looks punched out as he lands another uppercut. That's it. I got you.
To obey my commands at all times. Good luck to both of you. God bless you both, and may the best man win.
Just like in his previous fight with Grant, Lewis would do brief work with Francois. With 1 minute left of the first round, Lewis staggered Francois with a right hook, but he managed to stay on his feet and avoid a knockdown.
There's a right hand, and Bota's knees were bent by that. He nearly went over.
With about 40 seconds left in the second round, Lewis was able to land a powerful combination with 4 punches that beat Francois halfway out of the ring.
What he's doing is working. It's a big right hand, and it stumped Botha. Press benches over on the far side or with the spectators. His people are talking about a world heavyweight title shot at this time.
Lewis got off to a slow start in the first 2 rounds, but he quickly found his interval in the third. A barrage of punches was followed by a massive right uppercut that knocked Williams out.
Just missing it, Stark. Oh, what a right uppercut, and another one, and a right, and down Williams goes. Punches together in clusters. Take a look at this.
It's a good right uppercut there, and he throws the shots together.
All right, fans, here we go with the main event.
It may not have featured Tyson at the peak of his performance, but Tyson's fight with Lewis was financially rewarding for both men. At the end of the third round, Tyson had a cut over his right eye.
Mike, look, listen to me. Now, look, you let this guy have his way on the outside.
In the following rounds, Tyson became noticeably tired and threw out fewer punches. His hand speed and his speed of moving the ring began to fade.
Natural instincts, and we see Las Bob's a dangerous puncher. Lewis leads on Tyson. Better do something. Lewis, another. Let's bring in Harold Letterman and see how he has to fight for. Okay, Fred. And Lewis keeps that up. That fight is gone.
Finally, in the 8th round, in an almost one-sided battle, the Englishman twice knocks Tyson down. After the last fall, Iron Mike no longer makes any noticeable attempts to rise from the canvas.
Got hard. Now, you can't take that from him. Big right hand from Lewis, and Tyson goes down. It's over. Lennox Lewis.
This defeat was decisive in Mike's career. He was never able to recover from it, and after 3 more fights, he finally decided to leave professional boxing.
To leave fight from both of you, understood? You understood, Andrew? Lennox?
Although this fight was expected to be a back-and-forth battle between 2 of boxing's top heavyweights, it ended up being one of the sport's most lopsided title battles. Lewis put Golota on the defensive straight away with his big left jab, and as the first minute of the fight came to a close, he was able to hit a stunning right hook that stunned Golota and sent him to the corner. Lewis followed up with a 6-punch combination that sent him to the canvas. Golota was able to back up, but he was soon met with a furious attack by Lewis that knocked him out.
Has gave Golota a lot of time, but he has absolutely nothing.
He won't make
That's it. That's
all
it.
over. All
face of Ruddock, and he's having words already there with Lennox Lewis.
Lewis was able to keep the hard-hitting Ruddock at distance for nearly the entire first round by effectively using his left jab and limiting Ruddock's offense in the process. Ruddock ducked with 10 seconds left in the round in an attempt to size up Lewis, but Lewis landed a quick, powerful right hand that knocked Ruddock out. However, he was able to beat the count as the round came to a close.
Oh, that's a good overhand right, and Ruddock is down in the opening round, but unsteadily. Lewis has him down. What a big round.
Early in the second round, Lewis continued his attack, dropping Ruddock for the second time with a combination, while Ruddock was backed into the corner. Ruddock was able to get back up, but was met with a fury of blows that dropped him for the third time in the fight.
Explode his bombs, but it's all Lewis, and he's got him again. That is it, I think. Lennox Lewis has done it. Lennox Lewis will fight for the heavyweight.
I don't take no shit off either of them. Shake hands.
Lewis needed this fight to serve as a stepping stone to inform the British public that a new heavyweight had arrived in town. Following a poor start to their relationship when Lewis represented Canada at the Olympics, this fight helped Lewis to boost his brand and popularity in his hometown. Bruno started the 7th round with a left jab and continued with a series of short punches. Lewis, however, followed up with a looping left hook that stunned Bruno and continued with a series of head punches. Lewis then finished off Bruno, who was then on unsteady legs and completely unable to defend himself.
Lewis here, and Bruno is on the verge of going. He won't take a lot more, and this time, Lennox Lewis is still the WBC heavyweight champion of the world.
Unlike their previous fight, when Rahman pulled one of the biggest upsets in boxing history and knocked out Lennox Lewis to become the world heavyweight champion, this time Lewis came into the fight prepared to demonstrate his mastery of the left jab. In the first round, Lewis used his signature left jab to successfully take control of the fight, opening up a cut over Rahman's left eye.
Battle of the jabs in round one, and Rahman's got a little cut too.
After easily dominating the first 3 rounds on all 3 judges' scorecards, Lewis was able to finish the fight in round 4 when he connected with a left-right combination that sent Rahman crashing to the canvas.
Might there be other phases? Maybe not if he can't.
Rahman's starting to get his jab more powerful.
Oh! Wonderful shot by Lennox Lewis. Is he going to get up from that? It was a fantastic shot. Very, very well. He will be stopped. It is over. Revenge, redemption for Lennox Lewis.
After this fight, Lewis was back on top of the world, and he would stay that way for the next 3 years until retiring. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, press the like button and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any new videos.
Lennox Lewis.